Hello and welcome to the Daily Exchange. My name is Harry Tucker here for the last time this week. Franco in the office is kind of asked me to point out that I'm not actually sponsored by Levi's. I just happened to pick up a dirty shirt for today's episode and I've worn it twice this week. So not an endorsement for Levi's. But anyway, our regular host, Fred, is away in Singapore this week. So this is my last episode filling in for him. But we'll have another look today at what's making news, all the trends, and we'll get to that right after this. So the markets are seeing some gradual growth across the board this morning. Bitcoin's up 0.64, Litecoin 0.19, EOS up 2.5%. Gains are pretty modest on TRX, XM, and MKR being the only coins from the top 25 to boost gains above or around that 5% mark there. Yesterday we brought you news that Binance Coin had actually surpassed the market cap of Ethereum Classic as well as Neo to become the 14th largest coin by market cap, and it appears to be showing some pullback, now only sitting around $30 million ahead of Neo up here. So that's down, 0.66%. Sitting at $10.25 there. Bitcoin continues to be range-bound, with CoinDesk analyst Omar Godboil once again reiterating that it must pass $6,800 to escape range-bound trading and break upward. Now, it's been a frustrating few weeks for Bitcoin speculators as the currency has managed to hit that $6,800 mark, but it's actually failed to break further upward each time. Now, volatility continues to be at a 21-month low as it looks like markets are holding their breath, waiting to see what Bitcoin will actually do. With a clear wedge pattern playing out there, we see that analysts predict the wedge will finish with a significant swing in either direction. So understandably, traders are a little bit anxious to wait for confirmation on which direction this will actually be. Now, Bitcoin shorts on Bitfinex appear to be mirroring this anxiety after a build-up leading into October. They've fallen pretty sharply, which no doubt reflects anxiety in the market. Now, they now share the market almost evenly with long positions, as Bitfinex now reflects 55% short positions and 45% in the long. Now, the next major milestone for Bitcoin will of course be the SEC ETF decision. Now, this is something we've been hearing about for months, but considering that it's been again postponed for more months, it's possible that the wedge will continue to hold in the meantime, and maybe that the markets will continue to fall asleep at the wheel until news about the ETF rekindles the market. But in short, both analysts and markets participants seem to agree that Bitcoin is overdue to make a move, but with little upcoming news to trigger a swing, it appears as though the current sideways trends may actually continue for some time. Now onto Ethereum. Now, a Manhattan apartment block appears to be the first of its kind to be tokenized and actually placed on the Ethereum blockchain. It's pretty cool. The apartment complex worth $30 million was tokenized following a collaboration between digital asset firm Propeller and tokenization specialist Fluidity. In total, there are 12 condos, each backed by several tokens, with each token representing a share of the property's value. Depending on the divisibility of each token, this could allow people to invest in property with a much lower amount of capital than is normally required. Now, there are things like this that exist outside of Ethereum and the blockchain already. Think XBrick or BrickX. I always get them confused either way. It allows you to get in at about $100 a pop. But there's a bit of criticism around how fees work there. So this option could be a good alternative for that on the blockchain. Now, Michael Oved, co-founder of Fluidity, which tokenized this asset, said this about their approach. He said, going to market with a landmark deal allows us to make a statement that this technology is now real. With the right partners and an optimized structure, we are bringing a major real-world asset online. We're grateful we have the opportunity to lead the blockchain community in this new paradigm. Now, the two firms plan to continue the partnership and hope tokenize more assets in the future. On to exchange news. And the Gemini exchange, which is of course owned by the Winklevoss twins, has managed to go where not many other exchanges have gone before, and successfully insured its digital assets. Cryptocurrency stored in hot wallets that belongs to both the exchange and, perhaps more importantly, users will be insured. In their blog post announcing the achievement, Gemini's head of risk, Yusuf Hussain, wrote of the reasons why many insurance companies are hesitant to back cryptocurrency exchanges. He said that to date, insurers have been hesitant to insure the crypto industry due to a large number of high-profile hacks that have resulted in catastrophic losses over the years, and the poor security standards, internal controls, and policies and procedures that have unfortunately characterized much of our industry. Now, Gemini have made it pretty clear they want to bring Wall Street level security and assurances to the cryptocurrency market. Now, last month, they announced that the former Chief Information Officer of the New York Stock Exchange, Robert Cornish, had joined the company in what was another apparent move at the flying Wall Street flag. Cornish has already implemented the security technology from NASDAQ in just his first month there. Now, with adoption, security is obviously a big part of adoption, but there's a lot more to do with that with fiat, and this is certainly a spicy one. Christopher Giancarlo, the head of the GTFC, which is the US Commodity and Futures Trading Commission, has made some spectacular remarks about fiat currencies compared to cryptocurrencies. Now, speaking with CNBC, he said that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. It's something we often hear a lot, but he thinks that there's a future for them. But what is most interesting is what he had to say about fiat currencies. He said that there's 140 countries in the world. Every one of them has a currency. Probably 2/3 of them aren't worth the polymer or the paper they're written on, and those countries rely on hard currency. Bitcoin may solve some of the problems, whether it's Bitcoin or another currency, but we're talking 10 years down the line. Now, that's certainly a big statement from the head of an organization that exists to protect consumers. By weeding out the bad seeds from financial markets, it certainly appears as though he, and hopefully by extension, the CTFC, see the potential for cryptocurrency to become a very healthy crop that can outgrow some fiat currencies. Now, continuing on with adoption. Now, Giancarlo wasn't the only government leader praising cryptocurrency this week, as the president of Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro, launched the nation's national cryptocurrency, the Petro. Now, let's have a little look at how that went down. So the Petro was originally promoted as being backed by oil, but a tweet by Maduro now extends the list, has now extended that to gold, iron, diamond, aluminium, as well as oil. According to Al Jazeera, the Venezuelan government has announced it will pre-mine the currency and has already allocated 5 billion barrels of oil to secure the asset. While October 2 marked the official launch date, Venezuelans using the bolivars won't be able to purchase the national currency themselves until the 5th of November. First will be a round of pre-sale, typical ICO, but for a government currency, seems weird, but in which interested parties can purchase the Petro with both fiat and cryptocurrency. After that, it will be available to locals, which seems like an interesting and legitimate way to do it. A government spokesperson made it clear that they want the new cryptocurrency to become as widely adopted as fiat, saying that eventually Venezuelans can buy in the bakery with the Petro. Now, asset-backed cryptocurrencies are nothing new. We talked about the one using as tokenizing assets as well. These things are nothing new and appear to be rising in popularity. However, the Petro is the first time a cryptocurrency is backed by a state-owned asset. Given Venezuela's current economic crisis, there's certainly a lot of room for conjecture over the value of that asset though. And it will also be deeply interesting to see whether a state-issued cryptocurrency will actually take off at all. The potential for it to work alongside fiat is something cryptocurrency enthusiasts have been desperate for years. Despite the desire though, payment networks and point-of-sale machines have been really slow to see widespread adoption, and it's unclear whether an economically stressed country will be able to roll out the required infrastructure to actually support everyday cryptocurrency transactions. Now, Venezuela is certainly not new to cryptocurrency though. Earlier this week, we brought you news that Bitcoin purchases in Venezuela were actually at an all-time high, as the country continues to suffer quite a serious economic crisis, which led to runaway inflation of the nation's fiat currency, the bolivar. Well, fingers crossed, and all the best to the people of Venezuela though, and their economy. And it would be wonderful to see a transformative technology like cryptocurrency and blockchain help alleviate years of hardship at last. But that's it for the news today. I'll have one last look at prices. Not much has changed in the last 5 minutes, but yeah, so we've got Monero sitting at $114. Litecoin now at Litecoin is now at $58, all US of course. Bitcoin Cash $516. Bitcoin a little bit over the $6,600 mark at $6,604. But that's it for today. Hope you've had a great week. It's been good fun seeing you on the desk here. Fred is back next week, but that's it for today. See you later. Cheers.